Look, I love that we're ending on a note of hope. Peace is possible. Democracy may end up winning the day. This was much easier, when my grandmother would just send me clips from the paper. As scary as those clips always were, it was just much easier back in the day. But I don't want us to despair. I do want us to end on a note of hope, because there's a lot to be worried about. But sometimes in those deepest, darkest moments is when a rebirth, something glorious can happen. And I want to bring us back to a moment many, many years ago. It was 70 CE. It was the moment of the destruction of Jerusalem, the destruction of the temple, when Israel is burning. And when the Jewish zealots had made this decree that no Jew is going to leave the old city alive. And it was at that moment when Yochanan ben Zakkai came up with an idea. You remember this? He said, I'm going to have to fake my own death. He realized that at that moment there was the possibility of Judaism dying out. In 70 CE, the temple is gone. And he fakes his own death. He has his students create a coffin for him, and they carry him out of the old city, carrying a dead man, and they bring him to the Roman general's tent, Vespasian, and they drop him down, and he pops out of his coffin, and he greets Vespasian. He hails him as Caesar. And Vespasian at that very moment is taking a messenger from Rome, and the messenger says, Caesar has died, and you are the new emperor. And Vespasian is shocked by the prophecy of Ben Zakkai. He turns to Ben Zakkai. He says, in almost like a Disney movie, you have 3 wishes. What can I give you? And Ben Zakkai says, famously, give me Yavna and its sages. Right? That's all he wants. He doesn't want fame or riches or wealth or access to power. He says, give me Yavna and its sages. At that moment, he decides to build a school. Build a school near modern-day Rehovot. And it's that school that gave birth to a new Judaism, a diaspora Judaism. At that moment, as the temple was burned, it gave rise to the synagogue. As the priesthood died, it gave rise to the rabbinate. As there was no more animal sacrifice, prayer became the new answer. A new diaspora Judaism, which has sustained us for the last 2,000 years, was born out of that very dark moment, out of the deepest, darkest depths. So, as we talked about some really depressing things today, the future of democracy and the future of a free press and the future of a relationship between diaspora Jewry and Israel, there are opportunities for hope. There is reason to recognize that maybe we can build a new movement together. Maybe there can be a new revolution in the way that we think about the future of democratic ideals, the way we think about the future of how we interact in the diaspora with Israel. That's what we can do together. We can build this new Zionism. We can do this together. That's what Zionism 3.0 is about. And it requires you and your energy and your momentum and taking this conversation across the country and across the world. So thank you for joining us today. It's time to go and enjoy a well-deserved drink.